People, we are back this Sunday night to talk about week two. We're going to talk about buyers and sellers. Are you buying into the hype of these guys? We'll do quarterbacks first.
Okay.
The first one, this was from the Minnesota Vikings, Kirk Cousins. He dropped, and he had 4 touchdowns, 364 yards against the Eagles. He's going up against the Chargers, though. Do you think he's going to keep this play, I guess, going forward?
I do. I think so.
I think he
I mean,
can. I think he can. Yeah, I think he can keep it up. I mean, last week he played Tampa Bay. He had a 344 yards. So I mean, that's pretty much about the same. He's super consistent. It's just he only had 2 touchdowns last week.
Yeah.
So
Well-
I think he can keep it up. I could buy into it probably.
considering they have no run game,
Yeah.
also factor in that he has a Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
And thirdly, the Chargers defense is pretty bad. It's way worse than I thought it was.
Tannehill.
I'm definitely buying in on Kirk Cousins week 3.
Yeah, that's what I kind of figure. Because a lot of people would, being realistic, if you got Kirk, you probably missed out on one of the top quarterbacks. So you're like, I'll go get somebody, and he'll be a fringe quarterback. I'll either rotate it out with him. But if you've gotten him so far, you've enjoyed 2 weeks of really good fantasy football from him.
Definitely think it's going to be 3.
Yeah.
I agree on that. I think for sure the Chargers defense for sure. So keep him in your lineup at this point. We'll move on to surprisingly one Daniel Jones this week so far. Went from an abysmal -9, -5 in some leagues, 104 yards, 2 interceptions against Dallas, to 321 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception against Arizona. But he plays the 49ers.
A part of me wants to say that he can because of what the Rams kind of did today against the Niners. But then I want to think the Niners just played down to the competition. And I don't see him doing that again. I'm not buying in on Daniel Jones' second half hype today.
Yeah, there's no way I'm selling immediately. I'm gonna sell him for high.
There's no hype behind him, and we still don't know what's going on with Barkley. Also, another weapon out.
Yeah, they said his X-ray came back negative, but we've seen that plenty of times.
Yeah, though you make it a good week's rest. You never know. All right, next one up, we got Geno Smith. I mean, solid, kind of in the same position that Kirk Cousins is. You probably got him later round. First week he didn't do anything really. 112 yards, 1 touchdown, and then he came back and played Detroit. 328 yards, 2 touchdowns.
A lot of that had to do with the run
I'm
game.
selling.
I was gonna say, I think
I'm selling.
Sell. A lot of the stuff today had to do with the run game. Kenneth Walker had 2 touchdowns himself.
Yeah, but that team is like you always suspect a Pete Carroll team will be like 50% run, but it also took a killer game from Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
Not Keenan Allen, Tyler Lockett.
Yeah.
So like I just don't know if you can count on that. And then I think DK might have got hurt today.
Yeah,
So
yeah, he got hit in the ribs, but he came back.
I don't know if I can bank on another monster game from a receiver like that. I'm gonna have to sell on Geno.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's going against Carolina. That defense is not
It's middle of the pack.
Yeah, but it's still not a scrub defense. I do feel that this coming into a terrible week 1 and then a really good week 2, adding in also I believe overtime. I can't buy into that. His counterpart for the day, Jared Goff. I mean, played Kansas City week 1, 253 yards, 1 touchdown. Then he played Seattle, 323 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. He's going on to play Atlanta.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna buy in on the hype on that one.
I feel confident in that also.
Yeah.
I would feel a lot more confident if Jahmyr Gibbs did more to help him, but I like that. I'm not sold on Atlanta's defense.
I think Jahmyr Gibbs is definitely going to do more today with Montgomery getting hurt. They said it was just a thigh bruise, which isn't anything, but I mean, still,
Jahmyr had a bad day.
yeah. Well, I mean, fantasy wise, he had 12 and a half points, I believe, so that's pretty decent. But yeah, at a football point of view, it wasn't that great.
Okay.
I'm just saying, what if Bijan gave you that?
I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
Okay, they reached for Jahmyr Gibbs. He was early for, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's bad. Like,
to me, it feels like they still don't know how to use him fully. There's certain things they're doing, and they're just trying it out. And then I felt when Montgomery went out, I was like, here we go. They're gonna be forced to use you. I'm gonna get some production out of you, and I didn't get shit.
He got like 2 catches. Yeah.
I got nothing. So as of right now, luckily Sam Laporte is there. Amon
he
Ra.
turned out to be good.
Your guy that from today that you said on the morning show,
Reynolds, Josh Reynolds.
Yeah, he's been doing good. And the rich get richer when what's his name comes back from suspension. It's just gonna
Jameson. That's why I got super excited. Like, I would even dare say, because of what he did today, Jared Goff might be a good play for the rest of the year. Like, he had that flea flicker where he bombed that bitch out to the end zone to Khalif Raymond. And I was like, they're going to do that so much when Jameson Williams comes back. So I think I buy in on Jared Goff for the rest of the year. He may not have gaudy numbers, but he don't throw picks.
Yeah.
We'll move on to another big name, Lamar Jackson. 169 yards against the Texans, 1 interception, 1 fumble for -1. He gets his boy Mark Andrews back, 237 yards, 2 touchdowns. Did a lot. Look, tale of two tapes with these last 2 weeks.
You know what? I think that team is just an idol right now. Like, I don't think you've seen the best of that team yet. Like week 6 or 7, fucking Lamar. I think Lamar be one of the best fantasy football players out there. But I think they're really in just idle right now, trying to figure out what they're doing. But if he plays a bad defense, I'd definitely take Lamar. I mean, it's Lamar.
Yeah.
We got Mahomes, of course, up there. Josh Allen. I feel like those you went high for him. You're gonna pick them up anyway and use them. Jordan Love. I gotta give him some flowers. I mean, Chicago, week 1, 245 yards, 3 touchdowns. Atlanta, 151 yards, 3 touchdowns. No interceptions, no fumbles.
I think he's smart enough to know to play the system.
Yeah.
I was gonna say from a touchdown point of view, then he's really consistent. So yeah. But
he does get a tough New Orleans defense in week 3.
I just want to remind people, like today's game, his defense gave him good field position and shit. Yeah. So that's something that you have to factor in with Jordan Love. Bless you.
Thank you.
I will say this: if you're in a deep league, I'm not worried about playing him.
Yeah, for sure.
If I have him in more of like I would say 12 and up, like 12 through 8 league, probably going to be a little worried still because there might be some people out there that have better matchups in that sense, where it's like I would, depending on who he's playing, like if Aaron Jones and Watson don't play against New Orleans, I don't think you're going to get the same game that you got today. Now, if he gets his weapons back, who knows? That might be, a slugfest right there waiting to happen. Are we on the Russell Wilson train, the Let's Ride train?
Man, no, he did not. What did you watch?
I'm talking about the deep balls and his wide receivers making him look good.
That motherfucking shit looked terrible. Man, he looks terrible.
He had 177 yards, 2 touchdowns against the Raiders, which isn't saying much with that defense. And then he destroyed Washington, 308 yards, 3 touchdowns, but threw an interception and a fumble.
It don't look like the same Russell Wilson to me, bro, at all.
Oh no, not at all. But I mean, if I had to play him, I would be okay with it. But immediately right now, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I feel he's going up against Miami. Depending on what Miami does tonight with New England, it doesn't look like their defense are scrubs.
At all.
Um, if he didn't get those, if his receivers didn't bail him on some of those deep plays, he probably would have an even worse game. Um, but I don't know. I'm not gonna. Are we
If I
buying?
had to play him, worst case scenario, yeah, I would, but
I wouldn't feel confident about it. I don't think.
I'd still be looking for fucking Daniel Jones or Jordan Love.
Yeah, yeah, I probably do
Yeah.
say. Are we buying in on the Baker Mayfield?
Negative.
No, not at all.
Just that's a ticking time bomb.
the he's played Philly and then New Orleans the next
The
two
thing about
games.
Baker is he's not playing bad. He's slinging the ball. He's gonna get too confident, and he's gonna have like a 4 interception game, and then everybody's gonna give up on him.
Yeah.
It always happens. I guess the last one we can do is, I mean, a name I'm surprised is up on here. Joe Burrow. Uh, week 1, 82 yards, no touchdowns. Probably one of the worst games you've ever seen from him. Then he comes in Baltimore, 22 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Um, goes on to play the Rams, which was a pesky team today. Are you worried? Are
As
you?
long as his calf is okay, I'll buy into it still. If he's hurt, then immediately I have to sell. Yeah.
Well, he's my dude, so I'm gonna go down with the ship.
Yeah.
And like you said about Allen and Mahomes, if you got Burrow, you paid a pretty penny for him.
Yeah.
So I'm a ride with him, but I don't like what I see. I really don't.
I don't either.
Yeah, I'd probably go and grab a running quarterback on the waiver wire.
I would feel a lot more confident if the team were to do something and try to like be more aggressive running the ball, but they don't. So he's basically gonna have to dig him out of that hole.
Is there anybody else you are looking at? I
Maybe
guess
CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud.
He's leading the league today in yards so far.
He's definitely gonna be pretty decent. I don't know if he's gonna give you a lot of touchdowns though.
Yeah, no.
Almost the same can be said for Matt Stafford.
Yeah, he's a fringe for sure. What do Justin Fields owners do?
Find another quarterback.
Right, yeah.
Because I mean, if you picked him, you had some faith in him, and 216 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 1 fumble week 1. 211 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions in week 2. Then he goes on to play Kansas City, which, let's be realistic, they look like they're back.
Well, the problem, see, here's where he keeps running. He's going to start running into issues. Like Kansas City, they haven't really had 2 good weeks of scoring the ball. Yeah. So I think they're due to bust out, which means if they do that, that means Chicago has to throw the ball. Fields ain't no thrower of the ball. That's what I'm saying. All these people saying, "Oh, they want Fields to air it out more." It's like, but that's not what he does.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
yeah.
Shaq didn't shoot threes, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, if you own anybody on the Chicago Bears, I feel sorry for you. I own Khalil Herbert, so trust me.
I mean, DJ Moore got 104 on 6 catches today. It's not. I mean, it is what it is. But
yeah, it could. Look, if you had Fields as your quarterback and you didn't go and get a backup off a waiver wire after week 1, it's probably your fault. Then you're in this predicament. I would say Carr is an option.
It's hard to say because, like, after tomorrow, we all might feel like really high on Carr or Pickett or Deshaun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't suspect we're gonna feel that high on a couple of them, but
yeah.
Well, people, let us know if you are buying in or selling on these players. Did we get anybody wrong? Did we leave anybody out? Did we not show anybody love on here? I know some of you are going to probably throw out Dak Prescott. Some of you are going to throw out Anthony Richardson. Somebody going to throw out Brock Purdy, but being realistic, we named the big guys. The big three, we really don't have to name.
Yeah.
They're going to be played no matter what, pretty much.
Obviously, we didn't mention him, but keep Hurts.
Yeah, Hurts. Yeah, I felt Hurts, Mahomes, Josh Allen. You're playing them pretty much every week, unless there's a bye. You went that high for that quarterback for a reason. You're gonna play him. Make sure you like, subscribe to the network for all fantasy football content. We got you covered every Sunday at 8 in the morning Central Time. We got you covered on videos like these. Make sure you check out our sponsor, Monkey Cold Coffee. Show them some love. Go buy some coffee and use BuyU10 to get 10% off your whole order. Other than that, though, I hope that we get some good football on Monday. I hope that we get
2 games.
Good wins for your teams. I know I need some. Wish y'all luck, everybody. We are out of here. Later.
How much I'm working for this? I swear my dreams are too important.